Hey you, it's me, Curtis P. Hello everyone and welcome to another fun Sims 4 room building video. Let's jump into this and let's actually build. Today we're going to be building a modern dining room because I thought that would be something we should be doing. So let's build ourselves a modern, simple dining room. I don't want anything too complicated. What do I want back here? I'm trying to plan out this house because obviously in the end this is going to be some form of home. I'm not exactly sure what yet, but it is going to be some sort of house. Let's go, maybe I don't want it to be that long. Something like that there. Not like that, please. Like that into there, like that. That can be a room for that, and then maybe we'll put in some sort of bathroom or something over here in the near future. Yeah, a washroom, and then we'll have like a little entrance area there as well. Something like that. Perfect. Just for future planning as to where everything sort of has to go here. So let's grab that, and let's actually put that in there. It's a little weird that you have to kind of like walk through here, but whatever, that's how it's going to roll. That's how we're gonna roll today. Let's grab some windows. All of the windows. Let's see, do we have any smaller windows? These ones, not really what I'm looking for. These ones are nice. These ones came with the Get Together expansion pack. They're kind of cool. They kind of look like plant trellises, kind of. Trellisy? I don't know what the proper word is. But they're kind of nice. I like them. There we go. We'll put them like that. I'm going to use the same wood flooring in here just because I want to keep it sort of consistent throughout the entire house. What do we got there? So that's just blue. And this one is just like a... This one is a super modern white. What do I want to do for this room? Because see, that one you don't really see. You see the blue like very sparingly, which is not too bad. We could go with like a green. No, I don't want a green. Let's grab this again here, and let's just see if we can find some sort of like, we could do like an orange. Orange isn't too bad. I kind of like the orange. Or we could do like a darker red. Ooh, a red would be kind of nice. What if we do a red, and then we're going to put in a nice table here. So let's find a surface. Tables. Where are the tables? Modern tables. Do I want that table? Do I want that table? This one's kind of, that one's like an outdoor table. That one's like an outdoor table. This one's kind of nice. I like that one. It's very simple. Simplistic. Let's grab. I do want it in like let's have it in black though, because I think it looks nicer if it's black. Do these come in black? They do. Nice. Just makes it look a little bit more consistent, which is kind of nice. This doesn't come in black, does it? Oh, these do. I'm going to change these to black, actually, because I think they'll just look better, because everything else is kind of black, so there we go. Let's find some chairs here. Chairs are always a big thing. We need some comfortable chairs. Do I want these? Ooh, we could put in, oh, those ones are locked. I have not unlocked them. It's one of those games where I didn't unlock everything yet. We could do red chairs. We could do green chairs. No. We could do orange chairs? No. Some sort of beige. We could do like a beige. Or what is this? It's kind of like a blue, actually, is what it is. It's closer to what it is. Let's find a, not surface. I want comfort-based item. That's what we need. I always like to put kind of like rugs and stuff underneath, especially with like a flooring like this. It's not a comfort-based item. It's a decorative item. Blah. I like to put in some rugs underneath here just to sort of split up the look of the room. It just gives it sort of an interesting new look. Oh, these rugs are huge. Huge rugs. Could put in something like this, but we'd have to change the color on it to like... Ooh, we could do like a red. I feel like it should be like some sort of like black or maybe... No. Let's go... Actually, let's grab this rug here. I can blow it up to make it a little bit bigger. Will it fit? Oh, it totally will fit. Yes, I don't want to grab the whole room. Let go of the room. Let go of the room. No, I don't... I hate when it does this. There it goes. So we could do like a really big... I could also put the whole table and stuff this... No, I can't, apparently. Okay. The reason I can't is because the doorway's on that side, so it doesn't really like that. Let's get rid... I don't really like this rug. I thought I did, but I don't. I thought I did, but I do not like that rug. We could go with like a giant circular peace sign. That looks interesting. These ones are really funky. Look at these. These are very modern. Super modern. Actually, I kind of like these. Can I... Whoa, I just flipped the whole room. Let's undo that. Just let me spin this room around. No big deal here. So I could have that one, or we could have this one. I kind of like that one more. Yeah, let's get rid of this one underneath here, and let's put this one in its place. There we go. It's kind of cool. I think I can change its color too, doesn't it? Yeah, it does come in like a red. It's like so much red is though. So much red. Let's just put it back to white. White and black. We can do some sort of accent, like a flower or something on the top here. I kind of want this to be like, I don't know. Not like blue, but I feel like this should be like another color. Yeah, whatever, that's fine. For right now, we could put that like a white? No, it looks better if it's black. Does this come with a... No, I'm going to leave that with a white trim as well. I was going to change the trim color, but I was like, no, I think I'm going to leave that. So let's put in some of the same things here in this back area. Are these just kind of like that? How did I put them in over here? I feel like I've moved them. No, they're kind of the same height. And then on this side, we're going to put in... Actually, we're not going to do anything like that, because on the outside, I think I'm going to put in some like shutters. Because there's some really cool new glass shutters that kind of come with the game. And I want to put those in. So we're going to just kind of put them down like that all the way along. Yeah, those look all right. And we'll make these. Can I make them black? I can make them every color but black. Does that work? It's kind of like a lighter gray. No, I feel like I should just leave it with what it is. There we go. It's kind of this like this interesting glass thing on the outside. I don't really know. Do I like that? Do I not like that? I don't really think I like that actually. Let's do, instead of this, we could do, no, that's not going to be big enough. We could do these, which are like just white trellises. And actually what we're going to do is just going to space them out. So they're like that. And we can do the same thing a little bit lower. We could do it at the bottom for sure. And do it like halfway up. Actually, that's not really halfway. Let's see. Do I like what that looks like? Do I not like that? No, not really. Let's see if I move this in one. Oops. Let's do bb.move objects. It's a very useful cheat code if you haven't already used that cheat code in the past. There we go. Just kind of overlapping those a little bit here just so that I can get in. I'm going to put in like a... Going to put in a little bit of a floor here. Let's just sort of move that together and then put this... Can I put that there? Yes, I can. Very nice. That will go there like that. And then we're going to put in some little pieces just like that. Cool. And then we're going to go about halfway. Do I want it like something like that? I don't know. I don't really like that. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. And then we're going to put like a little... If I put a little half wall in here, is that going to destroy that? It thinks it's a room, but that's fine for right now. Because really this outdoor stuff is just going to be used when we upload this at a later point. So you guys won't really get this for right now, but you'll get it in the future. I just want to like make sure all this stuff's kind of in there just when I'm planning the inside of it. That shrub is too big for this area. That one's even larger, which doesn't work very well. What about these square shrubs? We could do square shrubs, square shrubs. There we go. I kind of like that. There we go. So we've got some shrubs right there, which is kind of cool. And this whole thing on that side. We need some sort of large painting to go over top of this. What do we got here? What do we got for like cool modern paintings? That one, no. These ones are kind of cool. If I blew that up, we could use it on the wall. Kind of center it, something like that. I don't think I've used that painting anywhere else. No, I don't think so. It's like the only spot where I've used it. And let's put in, I would love a little surface underneath that, like a little tiny, something like that. But I feel like the Sims can't get around that, which is going to, actually, can I do that? Is that sticking through anywhere? Not really. It's just kind of sticking through, so it's not really that, how much? That should be sticking through a lot more than it is. Doesn't appear to be sticking through, so that's kind of good. I can make that white, like that. Or maybe we put it black? Does this have a black? It does not really have a black. It has a dark gray. It has a white. I don't know. I don't like the fact that that's not centered. That is one thing that bothers me. Is that that's just not centered, and it's because of this doorway that it's not going to be centered. We could do like a taller one, maybe. I think, yeah, something taller and not long, but tall would be better. It might kind of distract it. We could put more of these jazz posters up. I don't like reusing them, but we don't really have a lot of other content to use on the wall. Does this come in any different colors? No, not that. I want this. Ah, it does come in white, which is interesting. Could do like 1, 2. We could do 3 of these on the wall. Let's just do 2. 2 might be better. Like that. No, let's do 2. There we go. So it's sort of centered there, and then we're going to put, I don't know what we're going to put there. Probably like a light or something. Maybe. Yeah, let's put some lights in just for right now, just so I can see what I'm kind of working with here. Let's use, first of all, let's jump into the night mode so I can actually see night. There we go. Now let's grab something like this one's such a cool thing, but I always consider it like a light, like a hood. It's not really. It reminds me of like the hood of a oven, though. Yeah, it's a range hood. Yeah, we're not going to use that. It looks really cool and modern, though. That's one thing I do like about it. These lights, I feel like I've used them a lot. This light, I think I have that one in the entrance. No, I don't. Okay, we can use it there. And we can change the color of it, though, to be... Actually, I'm going to leave it that dark wood. I think it kind of matches everything else that's going on in this room. And then we'll do some wall lights here. Kind of the same things that we have in the other room. So we'll do 2 on each of those spots, and then we'll do 2 on each of those spots. That way they kind of like match, and we'll do 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Perfect. Something just like that. This doorway, I think I actually want this to be a door. Can I find that to be a door? I think it would look nicer if it was like, well, preferably now if it matched. Those are kind of nice. I don't mind these doors, even though they're not like exactly the same. Those are the closest ones. Those are really big. Yeah, I think the closest ones are these ones. Is that black? That is black. Are they the same door frame? No, not really, unfortunately. But it's not too bad. Could be much worse. I don't know if I like the white. I don't know. It's one of those things. I'm not really sure if I like the flooring yet in this room. I should change its direction as well, so it looks like it flows between all the rooms. There we go. It's kind of a big part of it. Let's go and find some more decorative stuff here. We can find some plants to put in here, just to sort of spruce it up a little tiny bit. Are these big plants? These are kind of larger cylindrical plants. Let's go with very white and very green. There. On this wall here, I think I'm just going to put in, is there like a phone or something I can put on the wall? Anything on the wall? Not really. A fire alarm, well, I don't really want to put that on the wall. We could put a TV. It just looks weird because it's not centered in any sort of way. Okay. Let's grab this. Sort of the same thing in here, actually. I want to kind of create like a kind of a clutter spot. We'll make it, I don't want it to be red though. same color as that? This doesn't come in like a blue, does it? No, not really. It comes in a brown, but not a blue, which is kind of annoying. Let's find some decorations here, just some clutter stuff, so we can just sort of throw things onto here again. Do we have that in the other room already? No, we have some plants and stuff, so we have a dog there. We can also put in, what else can we put in here? Something that'll just sort of sit on top of here. Doesn't have to be anything too crazy. Can we put that underneath? No. Salt and pepper shaker. Hello, salt and pepper. Salt and pepper. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, candles, candles. Let's grab this hand tool. Use the Alt key just to rotate that around a little bit. Perfect. It's kind of better. I don't really know. Kind of sort of better, maybe no. Let's put this. Actually, can we put this dog at the end? Or does it just look like it's going to fall off? Can you stop rotating so much? It's not the worst. There we go. I can't change the color of these, can I? Oh, I can! I didn't know you could. It's interesting. We will change them to black. Because why not? What do I want on this side? Tissue box? That's a big tissue box. It's a very large tissue box. Do we have a tissue box like right over here, though? No, not really. Okay, we're good. That's fine. I just don't want them like duplicated in like multiple locations because I think that's going to just look really bad. There's not a ton of light in here, unfortunately, which is kind of annoying. Maybe I should put in more lights. You can put in these little ball lights. I really like the lighting that this gives off. Let's get rid of that. Like, what if we put in 2 of these? Is that gonna be too bright? Yeah, I think so. What about these? No. What about those? No. These? This guy? No, see, this just lights the walls. Kind of an interesting idea, but I don't really want that in here. Some modern light. I'd love to use these lights, but they drop down way too much. This one too. Way too low. Nope. Nata. Let's see. What do I want here? That's not really modern enough for me. I think I'm going to have to go back to this one. Maybe I'll just have to use 2 of these instead. Which look kind of weird. Can I rotate them so they're kind of like, yeah, like that? Let go. Oh my god, now I've just duplicated it multiple times. Actually, let's do that. What about that? It's an interesting, weird little design. There's like a cluster of them at the top. Can I can overlay them on top of each other too. Which is kind of interesting. Let me see if I can grab that one. Ooh, I can. Make this interesting modern look. That produces a lot more light, which is kind of nice. Because there wasn't enough light before. So let's see. You can walk in from this direction and we're good. We need some sort of like plant or something on the actual, on the table. Because I like to just have something there. We could do like a red, that red plant to just sort of tie in the colors and everything else. What's this thing? Oh, that's pretty. We should put that over here. Get rid of the Kleenex box, put this in its place. Change the color of that to like a white. It's like a gray. That's fine. It's close enough. What else do we need for this? Let's put in, actually. Do we have one over here? We do have a little bookcase there, but I'd like to have another one here. Change its color to black, I think. Yeah, something like that. Try to tie that in. I feel like this wall looks so weird, but I don't really know what to put in it, so we're just going to have to live with it for right now. Just because there's nothing really to put there. Yeah, I was thinking about changing the way this whole thing works out, but I really like this sort of little nook that you go underneath the stairs for, so we're going to leave it for right now. I think that's going to be basically it. I don't really know what to do with the dining room too much. I don't want to put too much stuff in it because the kitchen already has like a lot going on, including like a little breakfast nook already. So I really love this kitchen. This kitchen turned out really well. So this is just sort of a little tie-on in the back in case you entertain more people in the future. Well, everyone, hopefully you enjoyed this room building video. Here's one final shot of it for all of you. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you can stay up to date on all of the latest videos that I create. You can also check out my website at TheCurtisParadisShow for more links to all of the other stuff I produce. And hey, if you really enjoy the content I create, consider supporting me on Patreon. There's some awesome perks over there for you guys, so check it out. A link, of course, is on my website at TheCurtisParadisShow. So please consider supporting, and until next time, everyone, I'm Curtis Parady, and happy simming!